class 8. Let's begin with our first chapter, which is rational numbers. To understand rational numbers, we have to learn some basic things which you must have already learned in your previous standards. First is our natural numbers. What are natural numbers? Natural numbers are those numbers which we can count or which we use to count things like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, etc. to infinity. Okay. So natural numbers are from 1 to infinity. Now the question comes, why 0 is not there? 0 is not there because we can't count 0 in it. So natural number doesn't have 0 in it. Now we have whole numbers. Whole numbers are same as natural numbers, but in this 0 is there. Okay, so whole numbers are from 0 to infinity. That's the only difference between natural number and whole number. There is a theory for natural number and whole number that every natural number is a whole number, but every whole number is not a natural number. Okay, now we have fractions. What are fractions? Fractions are the numbers which are in the form p by q, where p and q are our natural numbers, which already tell us that p and q cannot be equal to 0. Third, we have integers. We all know number line. Here's our 0. Everything that comes on left is negative. Everything that comes on right is positive. That's our integer. These are our counting numbers. Okay. These are the 4 main things that we should know before learning rational numbers. Now we will learn what are rational numbers. Rational numbers are also in the form p by q, but here p and q is integer. P and q are integer. Okay, so and q is not equal to 0. Why? Because if it becomes p by 0, the answer will be infinity, which doesn't mean anything. Okay, so this is our rational number. Okay, now we have some properties of rational numbers that for like addition, subtraction and multiplication. First, for properties for addition. Our first property is commutative property. Let's assume that A and B are two rational numbers. Okay, let's assume that A and B are two rational numbers. So what is commutative? Commutativity is A plus B equals to B plus A. This is our commutativity property of rational numbers. If A and B are two rational numbers, then A plus B equals to B plus A. Okay, next we have closure property. Closure property means if we add two rational numbers, the answer will be a rational number. For example, let's assume A and B are two rational numbers. So if you add A plus B, the answer will be a rational number. ठीक है, अगर हम किसी भी दो रैशनल नंबर को ऐड करते हैं तो जो इसका आंसर होगा वो भी हमको रैशनल नंबर मिलेगा. ये जो प्रॉपर्टी है इसको हम बोलते हैं क्लोजर प्रॉपर्टी. नेक्स्ट वी हैव एग्जिस्टेंस ऑफ एडिटिव आइडेंटिटी. व्हाट इज एडिटिव आइडेंटिटी? एडिटिव आइडेंटिटी मीन्स कि अगर हम किसी भी रैशनल नंबर को किसी नंबर से ऐड करते हैं तो आंसर हमको सेम नंबर मिलना चाहिए. फॉर एग्जांपल, if we add a with 0 we get 8. So for any rational number for the property of addition, the additive identity is 0. Why? Because you take any rational number, for example b, c, for example 1, 2, 3, any rational numbers. If we add 0 to it, we get the same answer. So this is additive identity. So what we have learned till now? First is commutative property, which means if there are two rational numbers a and b, a plus b is equals to b plus a. Next we have closure property, which means if we add two rational numbers, the answer will be a rational number. Third, we have additive identity. Additive identity means if we add any rational number to a specific number, we get the same answer. For rational number, additive identity is 0. Okay. Next property is our associative property. Associative property. Now we will learn what is associative property. So let's assume a, b and c are three rational numbers. Okay. So if a plus b plus c, and we have bracket here, is equals to a plus b plus c, or you can write it that way. Okay. So, which means everybody knows the rule of BODMAS, right? We first open the bracket and then we solve the problem. So, if we solve this bracket first, or we will solve this bracket first, the answer will be the same. This property is called associative property. Okay, if we solve b plus c first, or we solve a plus b first, the answer will be same. For example, the answer for this is d. So, the answer for this will also be a D. Okay, this is our associative property. Next, we have existence of additive inverse. Additive inverse. Additive inverse is like if we have a positive number and we add a negative number to it, same number. Like I will give you an example that a is a rational number. So what will be the additive inverse of that? Minus a. But if we add these two numbers, we will get 0. So basically, if we have positive a, the additive inverse will be negative a. That's the additive inverse, the existence of additive inverse. So these are the properties of rational numbers for addition. Next, we have properties for multiplication. For multiplication. Multiplication. First property is same. We have commutativity. In addition, we have learned a plus b is equals to b plus a. Same, if a and b are two rational numbers, then a into b is equals to b into a. Okay, this is our commutative property for multiplication. If we multiply a into b or b into a, the answer will be same. Second, we have closure property. What we are seeing in addition, if we add two rational numbers, the answer will be a rational number. Same, if we multiply two rational numbers, the answer will be a rational number. For example, same A and B are two rational numbers. If we multiply A and B, the answer will be a rational number. Okay, so this is our commutative and closure property. Next, we have existence of identity. As we have seen in addition, that if we add 0 to any rational number, the answer will be the same. So for addition, the additive identity is 0. So for same, for like multiplication, the identity is 1 by, because if A is a rational number and we multiply 1 to it, the answer will be the same. So for multiplication, the identity, existence of identity is 1 for each and every rational number. Okay. Next we have associative. What is associativity? Next we have our associativity. Let's assume A, B, C are three rational numbers. Then in associative property, A into B into C is equals to A into B into C. Whether we solve this bracket first or that bracket first, the answer will be the same. So this property is called associative property. Next property is existence of multiplicative inverse. Multiplicative inverse. So let's assume A is our rational number. A into 1 by A is equals to 1. If we multiply a number with its reciprocal, the answer will be the 1. This is our multiplicative inverse. Next we have multiplication by 0. As you all know, if we multiply anything with 0, the answer will be 0. So this property is called multiplication by 0. Next we have distributivity of multiplication over addition. Let's assume A, B, C are three rational numbers. When we solve this bracket, it becomes A into B plus A into C. This will be multiplied with both the numbers in bracket with the sign that will be in our bracket. If it's negative, then it will be negative. If it's positive, it will be positive. This is our property of distributive of multiplication over addition. So these are the properties of rational numbers for multiplication. Now we have properties for subtraction. we will see some properties of rational number for subtraction. There is only one property for subtraction, that is closure property. As we learned in both addition and multiplication, if we subtract two rational numbers, the answer will be a rational number. There is neither commutative nor associative property for subtraction. So, for subtraction, there is only a closure property, which means if we subtract two rational numbers, the answer will be a rational number. There is a small theory for rational number. If a and b are two rational numbers and we add these two numbers and multiply it by 2, we can find a rational number between these two numbers. So answer will be a rational number between these two numbers. And the other theory is we can find as many as numbers we want to find between these two numbers. Rational numbers we can find between these two rational numbers. Okay, so what we have studied till now, what is whole number, what is natural number, what is integer, what is fractions, and what is rational number, some properties of rational numbers. In our next lecture, we will continue with some exercises based on these properties. That's all for today.